The Trump administration escalating its war on transgender Americans yesterday, moving to pull all federal education funding from the state of Maine after officials there said they would not comply with Trump's demands, including banning transgender students from girls' sports. The move could cut millions in federal money from all K-12 public schools across the state. Adding insult to injury, Trump's Department of Education also referred its investigation to the Department of Justice for, quote, further enforcement action. Joining me now is Charlotte Clymer, activist and writer of Charlotte's Web Thoughts on Substack. Charlotte, it is a privilege to spend time with you today. Let's start with what's happening in Maine. That feud between the state and the Trump administration centers around a Trump executive order that was banning transgender athletes from women's sports. But you know what, Charlotte, I want to note this because it goes even farther. Trump wants Maine to agree that his policies outweigh Maine's Human Rights Act, which provides protection for transgender people in all areas, not just in sports. And withholding these federal funds will keep kids in Maine from being fed in schools and child care centers and will hurt disabled adults in congregate settings. And that's according to the lawsuit that was brought by Maine's Attorney General this week. Why isn't there more being done to amplify how incredibly unjust are these attacks?
Well, Ms. Fang, thank you so much for having me on. I am such a huge fan, and I think Congressman Garcia was right. This is one of the best hours of television every week. So thank you for all you do. You know, it's funny. Republicans have spent the last several decades arguing that federal government overreach is something we should all be concerned about, that states should do wall-to-wall governing. And here you have the federal government under Trump telling states what they should do and threatening to withhold funding. I got to tell you, when I look for leadership right now, I'm looking at our Democratic governors, folks like Andy Beshear, Mr. Pritzker in Illinois, and of course, Ms. Mills in Maine. These are the folks who are pushing back hard and understanding the stakes. Right now, I'm not seeing a lot of fight from Democratic leadership in Congress, and that is a huge mistake, and I'll tell you why. We're going to get to next year, and I think Democratic leadership is hoping that trans issues will go away, that they'll be able to focus on broad economic issues and really fight the election on those terms. The problem with this thinking is that we have an open goal. No one's defending it. Why wouldn't Republicans keep kicking at that goal? Why wouldn't they keep filling that information void and having voters hear from just one side on trans issues? This is going to come up in the midterms. And if we don't fight back, if we don't contextualize it for the American people, we're going to suffer electorally. I promise you that.
Charlotte, you and I have talked about this offline. I mean, the Republicans love to fearmonger. That's their currency. It galvanizes people to vote based on fear, not on facts. I always like to say, don't vote on feelings, vote on facts. Ground our viewers right now on why making trans people the boogeyman is just something that the Republicans want to do right now. And to your point, they're going to move on from that and they're going to make another group targeted, and the next round of fear-mongering continues.
That gets right to the heart of it. So there are two things. First of all, according to polling, most Americans believe they don't personally know a trans person, which makes it a lot easier to be bystanders when the trans community is attacked. The second thing, of course, is that only one party is really talking about trans issues. It's the Republican Party. They've made trans issues one of their central topics in campaigning and the national discourse, what have you. The more the Democrats ignore this, the more it's going to come back to haunt us in future elections. Republicans are not going to let up on this. They're not going to leave it alone. They're not going to stop this, and we're going to suffer. And here's what I find ironic about all this. It's very easy to fight back on trans issues. The science is on our side. Every credible medical organization has come out and endorsed gender-affirming care and said that the trans military ban is ridiculous and unnecessary. They've said that trans women should be housed in women's prisons. I mean, these are all policies that make sense if you're willing to fight back. But the more we don't fight back, the more Republicans are going to engage in bad faith and run up a score on Democrats. And I think we all deserve better.
Charlotte, you are a veteran, so I want to thank you, number one, for your service. You were in the United States Army for more than 7 years. As a veteran, I want to get your thoughts on whether or not you think that LGBTQ plus young Americans should think about joining our armed forces, considering the level of attacks that are happening on those communities.
You know what's interesting is that for, I would say, tens of thousands of LGBTQ young people who will join the military in the coming years, they don't care what I think, because what they care about is serving their country, defending the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. What matters to them is service. It doesn't matter what anyone else's opinion is. So, you know, I think it says a lot about the estimated 5,000 trans people serving openly right now in our military, not to mention the tens of thousands of LGBTQ people who are serving openly, and their fidelity to our Constitution and defending our country. That supersedes everything else for them, and that's what makes them the best our country has to offer.
Charlotte Clymer, I started the segment, I've mentioned it since the beginning of the show, the phrase, let us live. It applies to so many different people, but in this context, especially to our transgender community. I see you, I care for you, and I'm grateful, Charlotte Clymer, for you being here. Thank you for spending the time with us today.
I'm grateful for you, Ms. Fang. You are a gem.
Thank you, Charlotte. See you soon.